Hi everyone, welcome in this episode on recommendations for regions and providers for your SAP Business Technology platform. So what are some of the items that you want to take into account when choosing your region and provider? Is, for example, where you run your RISE with SAP S/4HANA Private Edition system. So if you have a RISE system, then it also makes sense to run the BTP services in the same region, in the same provider, because then you will have less latency. If you have, for example, SAP Build Workzone, there is the possibility to have backbone connectivity between your SAP BTP and your S4 backend system. And that can be interesting, of course, if you can do that. Other reasons is, of course, service availability. So where can you run a certain SAP BTP service? Is it available in that region, yes or no? So that's something we can see in the Discovery Center, which we will do after I finish the items on the slide. And then another reason can also be if you're into data protection and privacy regulations, so you only want EU access, then that can also be a reason, of course, that you choose a specific region. Other reasons can then also be if you have connected services or applications that you want to be bundled together, then it would also make sense again to have the same region and provider. And also dependencies between services. For example, if you have a HANA Cloud database, you want your other sub-accounts that should access that database to run in the same region and provider as well. If we look at the website, if we look at the SAP Discovery Center and you navigate to one of those BTP services, here, for example, the SAP AI Core, then you can see under the pricing tab in which regions this is available. So for each tier, you would have to check this. So this is now the free tier, for example, but you can also check out the standard tier. And then you can see the regions and the providers. So here you see the provider, Amazon, for example, and then the different regions. Here you also see that there is EU access available. And then you also have the other providers and other regions where you can check out the availability of the service. So this you would do for multiple services if you want to run multiple services. In order to also check if you can run most of them, preferably in the same region and provider. Thanks for watching.